And I think that that is not at all a bad effect that Derrida's had. The fact that he has a sense of humor, I don't hold against him. I wish more academics did. I think it's pedagogically useful not to be a damn bore all the time and just, put people to sleep is pedagogically useful. After all, professors and lecturers have to compete with MTV, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Jurassic Park, so I hardly think it's in our interest to be boring. And that's one thing Derrida certainly is not. And it's nice to encounter in the dark days that lay ahead as I trudge through and what a self can be, it's nice to encounter a playful spirit. Derrida is very troubled about what the self might even be. But he is troubled in the playful way that Nietzsche is troubled when he's at his best. And so I hope that I could at least interest you in looking at something of Derrida's. In fact, I'll leave you with one last little joke of Derrida's. So much work has been spent, and so much time has been spent interpreting Nietzsche, and now, of course, paradoxically, Derrida, because these things go on and on, that he wrote a little book called Spurs, Nietzsche's Style. And in it, he makes, he imagines that Nietzsche left behind among his many papers a little scrap of paper that says, "I forgot my umbrella." Then Derrida goes through a long, complex way that an academic interpreter would try to fit this brilliant aphorism of Nietzsche's into the body of his work. I mean, after all, it might just mean I forgot my umbrella, but on the other hand. And, of course, by the time, and this is a short little book that I think you could enjoy, by the time that Derrida is finished, I think that one has at least learned to be an interpreter with more grace and with a little bit more poetry, and perhaps it would free us for richer, more multicultural, more diverse, and more humane interpretations if we could free ourselves from the myth, the invidious myth, that there is a right way to read a book, one, a right civilization to belong to as though we chose it, a right gender to be as though we could pick it, a right class to belong to as though we chose those things, a right race to be, a certain mythology preferable to others, as in white, which according to some African American scholars today, insofar as it's Greek, was stolen from the Africans in the first place. I don't know if that's true or not, but it's certainly an interesting conjecture, and it's one in which the readings and the battles of interpretation, as Derrida points out, will not stop. There won't be a last book, and I'm afraid that also warns you that in this class, as in many others, there won't be a last word. Thank you very much.